Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Abate. Thank you very much for trying our free demo. This video will help you get started quickly using the system. In your welcome email, you'll notice that we give you the Practice Administrator login. This is the user that you need to get started because we have to set up some information about your practice. Here you will choose the options you wish, including setting the name of your administrator and email address, as well as your practice profile, which is basically nothing more than the name of your practice, the description, the type of practice that you have, and these other options here, including a logo of your practice if you have one. If you do, it will be used on the header of important paperwork being created from your practice and will look personalized. Your practice locations can be set up here. The system supports as many as you have. Also, the types of appointments that you might have as well. You can create and name them exactly the way you like them. You can set the color that you desire as well as their default duration. Everything also, including your room numbers, can be named according to whatever you need for your practice. The status of your patients at any given moment, and also appointment reminders. The system has a built-in ability to email, text message, or phone your customers to remind them of their scheduled appointments or new appointments. The Encounter tabs allows you the ability to literally change the order of the tabs in your encounter. You may choose to put things exactly the way you want them and save them, or use the default setting that we provide. This will be a practice level setting. Letter templates can be created to give to the patient at the end of their visit, such for example as a sick note that they can give to their employers. The next step is to add the users to your practice. You have the ability to add every staff member in your office, everything from your nurses to your front desk to multiple physicians. You can even choose the color that you want to use them on the schedule. After you've finished that section, you can go on to your directories, which really are kind of like your favorites. You, for example, can have favorite physicians that you like to refer your patients to, gastroenterology or cardiology. If you enter this information ahead of time, you don't need to worry about it during your physician visit with your patient. It will already be entered and ready to go. Next step is your point of care items. And these are your procedures, lab tests, injections, and things that you do in your practice during your patient visits. In this case, you can see I've entered a rapid strep test, and I can say I can put the charges and the fees. I can do a panel of tests as well. If I am an urgent care facility, for example, and run CBCs, you can put those in here. Under your radiology, chest x-rays, if you do those, other radiology procedures. The system supports procedures that you may do on your practice. So for example, I have a lumbar puncture as well as my procedure note pre-entered and ready to go. So this way during my encounter I don't need to type anything. We're finished with the administration setup. We then can go ahead and log in as one of our users that we've created. So in this case I'm going to log in as a physician. And you'll notice first that the system by default will have tutor mode turned on. And this just makes it easier for you to get acquainted with all the powerful features of the system. Each area should have an accompanying video to help you get started. The first step may be that I want to add a patient. After you're done, you can go ahead and add them and schedule them for a visit. But first, let's go ahead and set up our preferences. Here's where I'll enter my information as the physician, including my degree, my provider PIN, and the PIN is what you will use to lock your encounter visits after you're finished with your patient. I went ahead and uploaded my signature image, which will be included in my visit notes. I'll go under my options that I'd like to set. Here you can turn off and off certain features, including emailing your next day's schedule to you. You also can choose how you want your visit note to appear after you're finished with your patient. This is the equivalent of your dictated note. New patients, I may want full H&P. Established, I may want SOAP. But you also can choose this on the fly when you're actually looking at your visit note. Your assessment and plan can be printed together or separated. The assessment summary is listed at the top of your assessment. Like this is a 32-year-old pleasant female, for example. And then your gratitude statement at the end of your note, like, thank you very much for the opportunity to see this patient. This can all be set according to how you desire. Moving on, I can even set the display preferences. You can choose themes and colors and text size to exactly your liking. So no more needing to squint to look at the screen. Now we can even go in and create our own templates or edit them if we like, each area having an accompanying instructional video to get you started. Our physical exam and our review of system templates. The help menu, you can go here to see videos to learn more of the system and even interact with our support team as needed. An example of what your note will look like once your settings are entered and you've done an encounter. Your logo. You can change from SOAP to H&P format very quickly. You can increase font sizes or reduce them. Your signature will be at the bottom, and it will be formatted very nicely and looks professional. You can even click here to go back to any particular part of your encounter. Thank you very much for the opportunity to give you this introduction. We look forward to working with you and helping you build a great EMR system for your practice.